Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is another Revoltech figure. It is Tetsujin 28 from, I believe it was called Tetsujin 28 Go, or in the Western world it was called Gigantor. This is another figure that I picked up like prior to the Quake. I think I might have actually got this off a member of TFNZ, so Transformers New Zealand, back when it was actually running, which was, you know, a long time ago now. Like, board shut down a while ago. I think a member from there got this for me, and when they got in some stuff from Japan. Anyway, it is bigger than the Evangelion Unit 1, so like if I put the box beside him, like you can see, very much has the same sort of, you know, articulation stuff, but it's a bit more sort of covered. You do get a stand with this one, and you get like an additional part, but I don't really know what the additional part does, sort of thing. It might be for helping to connect, you know, I don't think it's that side, but that might connect into something else or whatever. It has a different kind of stand, like, and there's a, you know, holes in the feet. There's a little hole there on this stand so that you could actually have it just using the base stand, but it's a flight stand anyway. Not entirely sure where the joint goes. Anyway, you can see that there's like mid-chest wobble. There is articulation at the leg there. It goes backwards, it goes forwards. You can hear the nice crisp crack, crack, crack of those ratchets, ratcheting in the feet. There is a jetpack on the back, which is, they're not really independent of each other, but they do actually move. Sorry, get the leg out of the way. They can be moved to slightly different points. I kept them in the, you know, arms posed up thing. This one should have the articulation at the wrist, so you can see that there's that. Plus there'll be the up and down. Rotation at the point there, and of course at the connector. Then above here there's another one, the full 360, all of that. Head does move to the side, there is a little bit of down and there is an up. Basically it works around the collar, so, you know, has quite a bit of down, but independent of that the head does have a little bit of like sort of left and right and a little bit of rotation, but depends on the collar, all that sort of stuff. So you can have him in a flight pose. He also, I'm trying to keep the cover part on this. There is a spare head there. There is like a broken, if I can try to get it there, like a broken, I'm guessing it's for the arm, so you can make it look like the arm's been blown off, sort of thing. That's it. But there are flame effects that go into the jetpack, so you can have it flying, and then you've got spare hands. So 4 spare hands, sort of thing. I'm sure that they're, like, I'm sure I had this done in a way, like, you can sort of see that giant. Basically, this is what the joints are. This is like a giant version of it. But that's how the joints work in this figure. So it's a bit tight, obviously. So not entirely sure. I don't think. Oh no. This might actually be big enough to put in that one, but I don't think it is. I think that's slightly smaller. So pull that off the base anyway. Might be that one. Yeah. So you got like a smaller base there, which might work for the running pose and that. And then of course, you know, slide that one back in if you need it. The joint. That's actually a really good way of doing it, I think. If I get out of the way. You can see how that joint works. So it's like a, you know, just trying to find the right point. There we go. So this will rotate around on itself as required, and then you've got a pin each side, which of course is going to make it a lot easier. Yeah. So I don't think this has any point underneath it that they can be connected to the jetpack sort of thing, but you should be able to connect, you know, jetpack hole there sort of thing, so you can get a sort of flight pose. And using the feet you should be able to use stuff to get a flight pose. But yeah, I think he's really cool. Bigger box than the other one, so on the back you can sort of see, try to get that up, a bit more of what he looks like sort of thing. I think they've set two of them up to sort of look like they're fighting each other, so see that flight and you know, grapples and yeah. So I can't read it, but it shows you there. Like, I know this is going to be very easy to see. Basically the head looks the same. One has these eyes, which are sort of yellow eyes, and the other look to be a set of red eyes. And then yeah, that connector for the arm to make it look like it's damaged, and then the flame thing. And it tells you everything that's, you know, all the spare parts down here. So really, really nice. Again, on the side you've got that Japanese thing to tell you how the joint works. Open window thing, and then, you know, a nice side portrait for it. Also comes with the little brochure thing. So again, this is a mini thing. Has some Transformers, so Starscream, and I'm going to say Hot Rod. It might be Rodimus Prime, but I think it's Hot Rod. And then of course some of the others. So yeah, all around I think a very, very cool thing. Again, I don't know how easy it would be to find something like this online, but you know, I didn't watch the show, so I don't actually know anything about this character. I just saw it and I was like, oh cool, it's a giant robot. I want that, because I still like robots. I have a thing about, like, you know, giant robots and mechas and Transformers and all that, obviously. So yeah, I just got this because it was so cool. I do actually have a DVD of, was it Gigantor? But I have yet to watch it. I should. But I'm also kind of like, I'm wildly aware that this is a very old show, so, you know, it might be, and I think it was dubbed into English, so, you know, it's probably really horrible like the Speed Racer one was. But anyway, I'll be able to get to that at some other point when I've actually watched it. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.